So last time, I made a point in mentioning going to the big electric RC event in my area called BEST. Well, BEST has come and gone, and despite unusually warm temperatures, I had a pretty good time flying, watching others fly, and only breaking one plane. Turnout was good, though not as many as in previous years, which is fine as it meant a less crowded flight line. I pretty much flew everything I brought multiple times, and even flew a few other people's planes. I'll have to say the highlight was flying a friend's powered parachute model. It was the most fun on two channels I've had in a long time. Despite bringing fewer planes than last year, my car was still packed solid. I like my car. It's quick, sporty, stylish, and a 6-speed manual shift, which is probably pretty rare these days. A nice little midlife crisis machine, if I say so myself. The problem is, it's a little on the small side. Basically, it's just a 5-door hatchback. I can actually shove quite a bit into it, however, but I really started noticing the size limitations when I started getting into larger size models. Just one quarter scale model takes up quite a bit of space and doesn't leave much room for anything else. So, I really need a bigger car. But the problem is twofold. One, despite living in a state where the SUV is a state flower and the state mascot is the pickup truck, I just don't like driving big SUVs. Second is that my current car is actually paid for and in good mechanical condition, so I'm not anywhere near inclined to acquire yet another car payment. Oh, I guess another problem is that I like to keep my vehicles for a long time, basically until they fall over dead. For example, my last car was 15 years old before I got the current one. So the only other option I can think of is to get a trailer set up. Fortunately, the little car has a pretty decent towing capacity, so I think it is a viable solution. We shall see. So anyways, right on the heels of the BEST event is another one of my must-attend events, which is coming up really soon. This would be a Maker Faire, or Houston Maker Faire to be exact. If you're not familiar with these Maker Faires, it's kind of basically a convention of sorts, catering to what is called the maker community. This is a new generation of do-it-yourselfers that generally like to tinker and build things from other things. Hobbies like 3D printing, prop making, tinkering with Arduino and Raspberry Pis, building robots, and etc., etc. All kinds of stuff, pretty much anything you can imagine. These events are not really for buying or selling anything. It's more of a gathering of like-minded people to show off their creations and share ideas. Needless to say, I'm pretty active in the maker community, and I'm a member of a local makerspace club. Pretty much all large cities have makerspaces. Sometimes they're called hackerspaces, actually, and they can be a great resource for people young and old to help with personal and school projects. They typically have at least one expert in something. I once gave a dissertation on makerspaces that played on a local public radio station, so I'll provide a link in the video description in case you want to listen to it. So anyways, I'm going to spend the coming week working on fixing up my robot project and a few other things I will display at the Houston Maker Faire. The robot project has been a labor of love for some time, which I plan to talk about more at a later date, and I hope you find it as neat as I do. So if you hear of a Maker Faire in your area, I highly encourage you to attend one. They are very family-friendly events and a great way to spend the day.